Hey, hello to anybody who might be out there. I noticed the last couple of days being kind of rough. Um, and of course, I noticed that with my own self, and then start talking to others. So I was just talking to somebody a minute ago, having a pretty rough time. So I don't know, man. I was actually going to do some. I was going to try and watch this like kitty movie. I don't want to call it a kitty movie, but whatever. It's called Onward. It's pretty cool, man. Like magic back in the world. But I thought I wanted to get on here real quick, just hang out here for a second. Nobody stops by, cool. Um, but if anybody does, I just want to make sure that everybody's all right, man. You know, give a good message before I go to sleep. Well, it's going to be a little bit before I go to sleep, but for the end of the night kind of thing. Um, I know a lot of people are feeling these different energies, uprooting all kind of stuff within the collective itself and within ourselves. I will say I was listening a minute ago to Lori Ladd, who's here on YouTube. Really, really good information. She's a beautiful soul. Um, and just like, the rest of us, she's teaching, but she's learning too as she teaches. And she's got a very good way of explaining stuff. I think she actually channels. So, she don't channel when she talks. She just tells you stuff. But she gets, or should I say, downloads maybe, from Collective, and shares them. And she said something that was really important. I don't know if I've thought about it. I never really put a lot of thought into it. But it's not our souls that we're actually trying to ascend. It's our bodies and alchemizing everything within our body. So said we're trying to constantly get yourself into a higher vibration. You're not actually alchemizing the lower densities within you. And it makes a lot of sense because the soul is already an ascended thing. So it's the body that we're trying to get to come into these states. So she's, basically saying, pay attention to your body for one, give it what it needs, whatever that be. Don't let other people tell you something different, If ice cream makes you feel good and it doesn't mess you up, might as well. I almost did that earlier. Only reason I didn't is because too much milk products in me. But I did buy some big muffins. I got, they sent me some money on my food stamps. I'm going to go out and buy real food tomorrow, but it's got a couple things, protein drinks and muffins, and a little can of chicken for my dog. But yeah, just take care of your body how it needs to, and fill in whatever it is that you're feeling. I guess we can't really hide from this stuff. We have to let the feelings out and recognize them, see what they are. So you're done with it. Learn whatever you need to from it. It ain't yours, whatever it is. And in those states, that's how you start, moving up higher vibration. And I thought that was really interesting. And I figured I'd throw that out there while I was sitting here. But if there's anybody out there right now that's dealing with any kind of pain, depression, whatever it may be, you're not alone. And you can reach out to friends. You can, all the way from everything, give you a laugh, a hug, whatever, to make you feel good within the spirit, the mind, and actual energetic healing modalities do work. It's like Reiki, for example. You reach out, talk to enough people, you might find friends like that. I had quite a few friends that I just know on social media. Once I get talking to them, I'm like, wow, this person's a psychic, been, in messages for many years. This person's a Reiki healer, but not only a Reiki healer, but she's really big into Star Wars. And to me, her energy says Jedi Knight. There's some really interesting friends out there, man. Talk to them when you're feeling down. Tune into their channels. We all have our moments, man. For 2 mornings, I woke up and it's like, here I go again with this. I'm going to have to make happiness and be happy and say that I'm going to do it. Because I woke up in the morning feeling weird vibes and started doing affirmations. I am love. I have no fears. I am not alone. It can happen with anybody. Seen Reiki done and convinced it's real. Yeah, my daughter's great uncle. We all called him Uncle Phil. I was, even though he wasn't technically my uncle, yeah, we all called him that. He wrote a book on energy, subtle energies, and kind of like an introduction into energy healing. And he used to be on YouTube, and he actually had a video where literally he took the energy out like that. And you could go back to his video many years later. He's not on here now. And the energy would still push you. I had a friend that did it. Actually, his nephew, who was my brother-in-law, he lived about 20 miles from me. And he couldn't really get anybody to do this stuff with because a lot of people's like, it's a bunch of hokey shit. It's not real. But I know it's real. So he's like, hey, man, I'm going to try something. So he was at his house, 20 miles from my house. And he got so excited, I almost hit the floor. He said, I'm going to lightly push you. I almost hit the floor. I was like, dude. He's like, I'm sorry, man. I said, I almost hit the floor. He's like, I got really excited, man, because, I don't really have anybody to do this stuff with. So, yeah, all these things are possible. I mean, if you think about it, think about the stories of some of the people throughout history that have done miraculous healing on people through their hands. It's that connection, man. That divine connection. It's what you're created from. Source of everything. Great Spirit, God, whatever. Pick a name. So, yeah, it works, man. Yeah, I know what you meant when you did that. That's the good thing. I'm good at reading the context of a message and being able to figure stuff out. So that one really wasn't hard. But I'm the guy who has problems doing this stuff on my phone. So I'm that voice to text person. Where you get the message where you're like, what the hell does that mean? It's my voice to text not picking up stuff right. Or I'll all of a sudden slip into a little bit of a rural accent, start talking. And then it picks shit up funny and it starts telling people all this weird stuff. And I'm like, what the hell is that? The cool thing is I have some other friends that's like me. They can figure it out from the context of the whole paragraph I sent them, or 20 paragraphs. Sometimes I just, Well, that's actually an example that I was thinking right there, Emoji King. But, everybody's from a different teaching, a lot of people. But, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. And I'm glad you said that because a lot of people sit there and go, no. He's the son of God. I'm like, no, well, growing up, I always thought that you could be like, no, you can try to be something like Jesus, but you can't be like Jesus. No, I'm talking all the way be like Jesus, like healing everything. Oh, no, you can't do that. He's son of God, or he's really God, or they confuse you with a bunch of stuff. And then when I started learning about metaphysics, I'm like, man, I don't know if it really happened, but let's say the walking on water thing did happen. I'm just going to say it did. I like the story. That's a lesson in metaphysics. Seriously. If you observe, there is no spoon. It's just like the water. There is no water. Boom, walk on the water. That's what I think, and I think that was part of it. They hid all that. He was trying to teach us that, yes, we can do these things. And the death and the resurrection is an analogy. I mean, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I'm saying as far as in our life, it's like an analogy of how we, do the transformation thing. Go from being of this world of the divine, where you're created from, to changing around that pattern of thinking and being, So yeah, man, I think that's cool you said that, because I don't remember reading that in there, but I never read the whole thing, even though I did a Bible study with Jehovah's Witnesses for a little while. That was kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've ever made it through a whole reading of the Bible once. It's like I start finding the conflicting things and stuff, and then I'm wanting to read other things, and that's what's happened in life. I went back and looked into a lot of ancient civilizations and writings and all these different things, and when I got done, I was like, okay. I'll never look at that book the same. Still got some good stuff in it. There's a lot of stuff mixed up. The stuff's mixed up everywhere. Hell, we all went to school with books that were full of crap, trying to tell me when I was young. And the Pilgrims and the Indians, and they had Thanksgiving dinner. No, that's bullshit. This country was started on straight genocide. Y'all came in here and said, get out. If you don't get out, basically, we're just going to take you out and thank you for the land. That's the story of how America was really started. Basically, make it all sound peaceful. Nah, it sounds more like warlords to me. All right, we're just going to go and take over. We'll run the savages out and we'll own it all. Hee. That's what it is. The faith of the mustard seed thing. You're never going to be able to do these things if you don't truly believe it. You have to believe it within the depths of you. I mean, within the deepest depths of you. And that's the only way I come out of a lot of the crazy feelings that I'm in, is knowing that I am created from source energy. And through that, I can actually just let go of myself, pray, channel, meditate, however you want to put that, and connect with God. And if you truly believe that you could do these things, you can. It shows up all the time, but it's just like with the yogis and stuff walking across hot coals. Why can they walk across hot coals? Well, it's easy. They did studies, and you can literally convince yourself of certain things, and your body won't be sending the pain things, the signals for pain. But not only that, they're miraculously not getting burnt and shit too. And I had a friend that did something one day. She was throwing around a piece of ice in her toes. They had dropped down. They were out barbecuing. And it was really cold. And she's throwing it around in her toes, and then she just happens to look down and realize it wasn't ice. It was a hot coal that fell out of the damn barbecue grill. But she was convinced it was ice. So her brain sent the signal of cold. And that's some neat stuff right there. Yeah, exactly. I feel the same way, man. I honestly wonder if before we came here, we weren't like taught stuff, from people like Jesus, the ascended masters, angels, because there's certain things, man, that's just within us we can't shake. It's like you. I never read completely through the whole Bible. There's been times where I didn't have anything to do with any churches or anything, but that whole Jesus story, it's just always been there, like bam. Like that's really the direction you're supposed to be heading. Be like this. The problem was half of what I taught was crap. It wasn't until later on when I started reading more that I was like, whoa, people really don't realize what was going on here. I'll never forget the day that I seen that picture as a painting. It was Mary with Jesus in the womb, and it showed a spaceship sending a beam down to her. I thought that one was awesome. That was around the same time somebody turned around and said, yeah, he's really Palladian. Like, all this stuff you hear, man. I remember reading the Rancher book, and he said he visited like 7 different condemned planets. That was years ago. I had to go to anger management, and when I went in there, I remember I was talking to the therapist about that because she just seemed really cool. I said, check this out, man. According to something I've been reading, and I told her, I've never been deemed crazy in my whole life. That dude, the glitch. I'm not sure who the glitch is. I'd have to look into that. But yeah, that's what it is. I mean, basically, it's just like this essential point of the energy and figuring out. If you look through the universe, you can see all this different energy, just spread out everywhere. Well, if you look with the right kind of cameras, you can't see with our eyes. And that's what it is, man. Consciousness permeates everything. And it's like out from that consciousness came what is us. It's basically, this is nothing but consciousness observing itself. Consciousness wanted to know what it's like to exist and be and feel. And fractaled out. And you could easily see how it could do that too, because sonic, like I said, sonic luminescence, you make a big enough bam vibration, it will create light. Boom, there you go. That's the light that it takes for creation. So we're all just fractalized parts of that energy observing it. So that's why I tell people it's like ridiculous to fight with each other. You're fighting with yourself. You're fighting with God. You're fighting with this dude. You're fighting with that. It's all the same thing. We're just fractalized energy. And that's basically, if you get down to it, what it is. It's consciousness observing itself through many, many different kinds of perceptions, whether it be people, interdimensionals, a rock, a stick, whatever. Trippy. Hey, how you doing, Mystic White Rose? Yeah, wait. Tired of them? Go. Hey, this is what I've been telling everybody. Truth. Pray for truth in the world. Don't fight anything. I mean, nobody here has said that, but I'm just repeating something I said earlier. But yeah, man, no battles, no nothing. What we want is to pray and meditate that the whole world is brought into truth. That there's no more lies in here. Man, it was so cool when I thought that, because that was the biggest thing that I had issues with when I came into this world, or at least this time. I don't know if I've been here other times, what's going on, but I really felt like I hadn't been here. Or if I had, it been a long time ago. I don't know, man. Lies made no sense to me. Why are people hiding stuff? Why are people lying? It makes no sense to me. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard of. Yeah, a lot of people are going to feel a lot of the same stuff and a lot of the same messages. I was on a phone call a little while ago before I did this with a friend, and we were both crying, but also both very empathic. So I can, if I want to, I can get lost in what the person's saying and literally through their eyes damn near see what they're feeling. It's crazy, man. But yeah, a lot of the different energies and vibes and a lot of the messages, we'll get a lot of the same messages a lot of times, I'll say something and then I'll go online and see like a bunch of other people saying the same thing. And it's like, we're all being contacted right now. But yeah, you're feeling what Emoji King's feeling. That's it. That's just makes sense, getting to that point. I know I'm there, but I'm really trying to be careful how I word stuff and things. But I am so tired of this whole stupid mask scenario. And I know when it's over, and shame on you. Never mind. We're even trying that. All this stuff, all the lies, all the BS, political crap, that has a lot to do with what's going on with this whole COVID thing. That's about the only thing we can do. Keep praying for truth. That way we absolve all this, because if we get irritated, mad, we're just feeding into their irritation and mad, vibes that they want to hardness from everybody. Soothe the glitch. Huh. I might have to put that in up here, write that down so I can check it out. Somebody told me one thing earlier, and I forgot what it was to look up. So I won't be able to find out till tomorrow when I get my chat back up there. Let's see here. SCUTH, I think it was. Oops, wrong letter. I must have put that in wrong. Let me go back up here and look. SUE. Okay. I wrote it in wrong and I started getting South Park things. Oh, not soothe. I don't think this has any idea what I'm trying to write. Huh. Oh well. I can't seem to figure it out. SUETH. Let's see if that's what I put. SUETH, the glitch. Yeah, I can't find it. Let me put channel and see what happens. I couldn't find it. Let's see here. New world in my 30s. Get it done. Yeah. Hey, how you doing, Paul? Look, man. You know I got things with the glasses. Look closer. You making fun of me? I told you, if I tried to go to an eye doctor, they want to run my temperature and put me in a hazmat suit and all kind of shit just to give me an eye exam. So I'm not going to the eye doctor. I'm not having them lock me up saying I have COVID. What do you mean not looking? Looking at what? Yeah, well, I got to be careful. I was doing certain music and background on chats, but then I decided to play actual regular music, and they hit me with a copyright violation and took away one of my good videos, my Friday night video I did. So I had the song Let's Groove playing in the background. I decided to dance to it. Yeah, they sent me a little notification. It's like, SME Records says that you can't do that. I'm like, oh, God. People got to be kidding me. But, yeah, maybe next time around I will do that. I was just giving a quick message in here, coming in and then coming back out, because there's another person I know that does a live feed around now. Doesn't look like she's went, but somebody's channel that I moderate on. It's not so much that I really got to moderate much there. It's just we all hang out and talk. Speaking of that, I've still got to work on somebody's going to help me figure out how to set up Discord or something for this. I don't know. I don't know if it's costing me money or what, but I want to set up some kind of chat area for everybody on the channel, so everybody can chat together. Yeah, I listen to a lot of different frequencies and stuff at bedtime. I didn't for a while, but I got my speaker sitting there, and literally this is on my bed. My bed is in my living room because I got the main computer in here. My little computer is all glitchy because I got a 32-bit system on a 64. It's some mistake I made. Anyways, And when you try and play music on it, it updated the Windows. And even if I take it back, it still keeps trying to update every hour, and I can't stop it. So I just had to let it take the update. And whenever I'm playing anything, it goes. So I had it on last night because I can't leave this computer on too long. But I like to leave the computer on at night so that way, like, I can maybe have like rain or a fireplace and crickets or something in the background. And then depending on my mode, what I think I need to work with, I'll pick some like binaural isochronic or binaural beats tones, which I know you're supposed to usually wear headphones, but I just put the speakers, on the other side of my head. I try and do that stuff to sleep. And then, of course, I got this, like I said, this thing, which I don't know if this will work underneath the sheet, so I'm leaving it over top of the sheet, but it's for grounding. It actually goes all the way up that side of the bed too. I'm sorry, that probably just made everybody dizzy. Sorry about that. But that way the dog can lay on it too. So that way the dog could be grounded also. With John Benny, oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure who I couldn't find the tooth glitch. An enormous what? Pineal gland. Yeah. I've seen that out there, some of the ego things and the triggering and stuff, Paul, technically anything's got to be used with care. Of course, binaural beats got to be used with care. What's up with you today, dude? You ain't trying to troll me today, are you? Have one of my own friends trolling me? Oh, the suit glitch thing? I don't know, man. I tried to put it in there, but it didn't come up right. That's why if somebody could put a link in real quick, I could hit the link and come off of it. But sometimes, like I know somebody else that put their channel name close to something else, and I just kept getting the person who was more well known. It wasn't showing me the other person. I had to go from a link to get to them. Yeah, actually, it's funny. Check this out. Copper. Where's my copper water bottle? Okay, this copper water bottle. I did a thing on how the importance of copper, drinking out of copper water bottles. After I did that video, John Benny went out and got him a copper water bottle. Because I actually know John. We don't talk a whole lot right now, but he actually sent me $50 one time to get strings for my bass. We were in a Facebook group where we sent out basically healing prayers, that kind of thing, to people on a daily basis. And it was funny because he turned around and was talking Fascinating Fairy, and I think he sent her one of these copper water bottles. So John's got one, and she's got one, and it all started off with me looking up something like higher self going, do this, looking these up on Amazon. This one's pretty tarnished, so I got to clean it. But the cool thing is, with being pure copper, you can take hot sauce and write on this. Hot sauce will actually break the tarnish down. So I used to write all kinds of stuff on it, like love, because it's my water bottle, Yippers. I play bass. Well, I also got keyboards. I got my bongos. I'm missing a piece to this. I still got to learn that. I want one in F sharp, but that's my native flute. But mainly for 30 some years, been one of these. Mainly 4-string, but I've started playing the 5-string some years ago. I got my 4-string in there. I took it apart. 6-string I had to sell. I never owned new basses until I got my money back from Social Security. I always played stuff that I had to build up myself. Like I had this knockoff. It's a knockoff of another instrument, but I replaced the parts slowly on it. Had a big, really cool bridge on it, man. It's like solid brass, big old hip shot bridge, and a triple coil EMG pickup. I think I paid $120 for it. You pull up the knob on it, and it just goes into single coil mode, but it's like a stacked single coil. So basically what it is if you put it in dual coil mode, regular music, rock and roll, whatever, you hit it in that single coil mode, funky as shit. Great for like slap and stuff, you know. Yep. Bass not only drives the song, but according to the site Bass Players United, everybody follows the bass player. And there's truth behind that. The drummer might be able to set stuff, but a bass guitarist can actually go in there if he wanted to and literally change the whole feel of the song. It's like, oh, you guys complaining I'm too noisy over here. Well, we're not playing rock and roll. I'm going to drop this stuff down to now we're playing country. Ha, ha, ha. Follow that. Oh, man. I have long hair and I'm going bald. See? It's not like my dad, though. My dad was bald at 19 all the way back. I got a spot there, too, though. So I'm one of them guys with, that's as long as it's got. Semi-long hair. It might be going bald, and I don't care. That's nicotine stuff. It's none of the really good stuff. That's that nicotine. Now I don't know what flavor it is. What's that looks good? Yeah, I wasn't sure when Nez is coming on. I'm trying to keep a watch there, so I'm on here too long. I basically just want to come on here because I know there's been a lot of people feeling crappy, and I want to make sure nobody's feeling crappy. Send out some love, make people laugh, whatever I can do. Hey, hello, Christy. Let me doggone. I was going to get in bed. I figured I'll just do a quick message, and I'll get in bed and chill out, man. Had like 8 people here. Well, it shows 4 now, and it jumps up down, but appreciate y'all showing up. If I didn't say hi to everybody, hello, Thomas, Moji, Ox, Christy. I know I've said hello to a few of you. Mystic, yeah. Paul's in here somewhere, or was. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sit there. Dude, I haven't ate right today. Just, I don't know. I had just a little bit of money, and I wanted to make sure that I got what I needed to out of it, but then they went ahead and sent us more food stamps, finally. I was like, tomorrow I'll go do actual shopping. Today I'm just going to buy a couple things real quick. I got the dog some chicken. And I know these ain't good for you, but they're pumpkin muffins with cheesecake stuff in them. Or cheese, some kind of cheese, like a feeling like you'd have like a cheesecake kind of thing. Somebody going to bed? Just paste and copy. That's how I send links. Well, I don't know if you're on a phone, but on a computer, I just do the paste and copy thing. I don't know how you do stuff on phones. I got a phone and I was talking to somebody earlier. I said, you can text me anytime. I said, well, you'll have to call me or text me first so I have the number in there that I can text to. Because I don't know how to straight text. I can't find it in my phone. It's either call a person or text somebody that you've already called the numbers in there. I don't know. I've never been real big into the whole phone thing. I see your muscles. Why? they're right there attached to me. I'm not one of the people that's gonna go all flexing and shit. I'm like, what, 149 pounds? It just looks like a bit much because I got such low fat content, you know. And I do try and exercise, but can't exercise near as much as I probably want to. Bone issues and shit. But then again, who wants to be big, giant, bulky guy, you know? See some of the guys walk around, they're so big like this, they can't even move their arms, you know? It's like, why do you want to do that, man? You know how many calories it takes to feed all the muscles, man? Well, thank you, Watts. You somebody? Aren't you from? Are you from Nez's channel? A Fantastic Fairy knows him. Yeah, I go on her channel sometimes and talk to her because she's one of the ones I told her. I said I never used to believe in the elementals and stuff, but I know how she is. So I was on her channel and I said, man, I seen them out here, and I told her how I had quite a few people tell me that I have elf energy. And she said, it's no surprise then that you're at my station talking to me. I still to this day don't know what it means, man. But I understand it, and it makes sense to me because whenever I tried playing D&D as a kid, I wanted to be the elf. When I watch Lord of the Rings, yeah, man, it's the elves. I don't know. Okay. Let's say I just know the name, but I have no idea your actual name, your male, female, what, you know? World of Warcraft. Man, you know, if I played video games, I'd probably do something like that. Or what's that, Final Fantasy or something? I think that's what that was called. It's kind of like a video role-playing game or something. I stopped the video games years ago, but when I got back into playing music. Did you say Nez is your fiance? Is that what that says? Sorry, I probably should put on my glasses. Yeah, that's true. Strength within is more impressive. An Indology chart. Huh, I'm not sure what that is. Just out of curiosity, does I'm not trying to be funny, but does Nez know this? Or is this your idea? I don't know. I'm just curious. Oh, man. Actually, how I don't know how she ended up, how I found her thing, but the first thing I seen of hers was not art. It was her taking a walk to the store. So I remember when I was first talking to her, I said that. Interesting, an art channel, but art was not the first thing I seen. It was her taking a walk to the store. Which worked for me because I was really bored and had nobody to talk to that day. So it's kind of like I took a walk to the store too. You know? I don't know. There a while back when I first started talking to her, she'd call me every so often. But yeah, Mainly, I just talk to her like text when she has the time, or usually if I say anything to her, it's in chat. But sometimes I'll send her stuff on Facebook Messenger, videos or whatever, nice message or something, that kind of thing. I'm gonna watch this movie tonight over there on the Disney thing, and I'm not plugging Disney well, I'm not really plugging the movie, but then I guess in a way I kind of am. It's called Onward. It's one of animated movies. It's pretty cool though, man. Started watching it last night, made me kind of happy. I'll finish it when I get off of here. Trying to find something that puts me in a whole nother frame of mind outside of the masked Avenger crew outside my walls here. Well, actually, they're inside here too. I've seen a guy coming up in the hallway, and there's no air conditioning, no nothing in the hallway. Very hot. He climbs up 3 flights of stairs. He's kind of a bigger guy, got a bit of weight to him. Had a whole bunch of groceries in his hand, hugging the wall with a mask on. And you could just feel the fear coming off this guy. Like I could have went near him and he would have jumped through the wall to get away from me. And then went to his apartment. Oh, and today I had the greatest one when I went in Meyer. 2 people come out. This woman come out. She's got on a mask and one of the plastic things they put over the face. Like, I don't know. You see when they're drawing blood or, might have in a hospital, when they don't want to get shit in their face. Had one of those on too. I was like, oh my God. When is this going to end? It's crazy, man. What do you mean? Aren't you her brother? Yeah, it's that movie does. I liked it, man. It's like, hey, there's magic in the world after all. It really just means something. So when I was a kid, I believed this was a magical, fairy-filled, just really cool place. And I think the final one that did it was when I found out a little bit about Christmas. It was like I felt like they took all the magic away from the world and replaced it with shit. I actually literally cried when I found out about the guy with the white beard. And I was a little bit late with it too. I was at the point where I was at school and the kids were starting to go, what? And then I had to ask my mom about it. She said, as long as you believe, honey. I said, no, Mom, for real. People starting to make fun of me. She said, no. It's been me and you, stepdad, the whole time. I about hit the fucking floor, man. I'm like, that's it. Where's all the magic, man? So I turned on that movie and seen what was going on, and I was like, oh, this is cool, man. It's a feel-good kind of movie. I like that, Tea and biscuits. Well, I'm assuming you mean cookies. Well, I mean, you mean biscuits, but over here, what we call cookies, I think that's what y'all call biscuits. Because I know what we call biscuits over here. I sure as hell don't want those with my tea. But down where I was living at, these people make these things called drop biscuits. And those are even worse than what we call regular biscuits, which is just basically flour and water. And those things, man, you could knock a damn house with one of them down. They're real big. They're real heavy. And I noticed in areas where people eat a lot of that stuff, so are they. It ain't no wonder it's probably clogged up full of bread. All that gluten. Yeah. Turtle Island. I watched some show. It's called Mountain Men. Some guy called his place Turtle Island. Oh, is that what you said? You thought I was Nez's brother? Oh, no. Just a friend, man. Oh, live on the back of a turtle. Is that like with the flat Earth thing? Yeah, I probably shouldn't ask that question. That could cause a lot of issues real fast. People get really weird over stuff. I don't quite frankly care. I'm alive. I exist. I don't care if it's things that turtle, a ball, a triangle. Let me think of a cool geometric shape. I don't know. It don't matter. Ox, watch that with the whites and stuff, man. You see these things hanging on my wall? I am part native. There may be a lot of white blood in me, but my great grandma, both of them on my grandmother's side, were full blooded Indians, and one of them was known as a great healer. And I was told by the woman that's done some Reiki on me that she's actually working with me. Well, that's who we think it is. I talked to my aunt because she explained had this native woman working with me. I think it was my great grandma. And I'm very, very, very tied into my native side. I don't even like being called white. When I write shit down, like, what are you? I'm native white mix. Even though technically it'd be white native mix, more white than anything. I know what my heart and everything coincides with. And I also know a lot of teachings. I've seen the red and blue Kachinas. I know what time it is, you know. They said that a lot of star beings would be here at that time, but it's not just the ones from there. I think it's when they talk about the star seeds, like me, for example, my light language coming out and feeling that I'm from the area around Sirius. That's where a lot of them say that they started from, like around Sirius and Pleiades, and I point to that region where they were seeded from. And it makes a lot of sense with how I am and what's going on. Because I know, like many, you know, well, it depends on how you want to even look at that, but whatever. I'm one of many way showers here. And whether you want to say we just all were here and woke up and happened, whatever. But I honestly believe that I'm on a mission, and I got a lot of ties back into the native stuff, a lot. And I don't think it's just through my bloodline either. Could be past life stuff, because I have this distinct feeling that I was a shaman, native shaman at one time. And that's why I'm so trying to get back to the land. I got to get out of this apartment. I'm Hyoka empath, you know. It's not something you just run around saying, but for the purposes of what's going on here, you know, that's what it is. And that's why this apartment drives me crazy. I can feel everything. I've even tuned in, the people that's died here, I tuned into the energy grid so much that I actually felt the feelings of the people that died here. It's crazy, man. Really crazy. Part Blackfoot. Actually, I knew somebody that was a part Blackfoot. No, you ain't offended me, man. I don't get offended. I really don't. It's just one of the things, you know, that I guess there's a part of me that just really is not cool. No, it's so weird, man. I feel like I was in a battle with myself one time when I started realizing these things. I was like, I feel like the oppressed and the oppressor. You know, part of my people was oppressed by the people that are part of my people. It was so weird, man. Because I was like, am I trying to like fix family karma or something here? You know, what am I dealing with here? This stuff was really strange. But yeah, I look white because I'm mostly white. But like I said, the Indian, it goes back a couple generations. It's great grandma, but it's where my soul is. You know, and they say it shows up more in me and one of my cousins, anyways. But it's something that's deep within the soul. So yeah, there's no offense taken. Most people see, they're like, hey, a white guy. Like, okay, whatever. I consider myself to be a soul and a body, but whatever. You know. It's not a big thing, man. What was said? Did I miss something? Just somebody will look at your iris and tell the condition of your physical anatomy. Ooh. Oh, what happened? What'd you pull, Ox? Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're all right. You ain't got to pull messages, bud. What happened? What happened here, guys? What tattoo? This tattoo? Somebody owed me money. He couldn't do many tattoos. He had a little book of flash art that he had. It was all military stuff, and I'm not military, so I took the best thing I could find in there, and it's the Energizer Bunny holding a grenade. Yep, Energizer Bunny, and that's a grenade. I have the Dow scrubbing bubble on the side of my head. That I did myself. The whole inner circle was done with needle and thread, like this. The outer part was done with a homemade gun. That's why it never got finished. Put stuff all up and down my body, man, when I was young. Got an anarchy tattoo there. Anarchy tattoo there. Yeah, I know what that song is, Boy Named Sue. Oh, cool. They're just little goofy tattoos I did when I was younger. But well, that one I did. That one somebody else did. And that one somebody else did. The rest of them I did. That one faded out. I actually traced around a Copenhagen can, but my chest was very, very flat at the time. It was easy to do. Now it's starting to concave a little bit, so the tattoo's sinking in. I actually remember one time getting stopped somewhere, and there's like 5 police officers, and they had no shirt on, and one of them shined his flashlight right at that. Said, "What's that?" You know what it was? I was like, one of the things you do when you're 16, I didn't want to look at the cop and go, "Anarchy, screw you." Oh, man. Yeah, well, all the tattoos have, there's memories tied to them. So, yeah, and you get them for certain reasons. So there's meaning, I guess. Well, that one is dude owed me money, but thought it was a cool tattoo at the time. Dow scrubbing bubble was the trippiest one. Didn't really have to pay for crap for that tattoo because the guy thought it was so wild. He's like, "Yeah, man, I'll do that for free. Just let me take a picture. Take all the pictures you want. I hope it ends up in a tattoo magazine one day. That'd be funny seeing the side of my head with a Dow scrubbing bubble." Oh, man. But my first name, Dana. Well, it could be for some people, but not always. I mean, a lot of times I don't like to really wear anything. Sometimes I do adorn myself with well, this is magnets, so there's health reasoning behind this, but the other things that I wear and stuff. But That's actually just highlight, you know. But I can see what you're saying as far as makeup and all that kind of stuff goes. But I know sometimes I start to wonder what the things that I wear, if it's not going back to some native thing within me, you know. Like I run around a pair of shorts, but yeah, I'm still got this stuff on. I don't know. Well, thanks, Socks. Oh, the Sioux thing. Actually, that's partly what's in our bloodline. It was Cherokee, Cheyenne, and Sioux. I don't know how it got such a mix, but whatever. And I'm not sure as far as on my dad's side what's over there. I don't talk to them. I've tried. Yeah, I was gonna say I'd seen the Ox PMA because I think it was today I went over there. Was he driving somewhere? Let's see which video was no. Because I remember it had the little logo thing at the beginning. He posted something, so I went over there and checked it out and put a like on it. Yeah, everybody's all right here, man. Things happen, you know. As far as I can see, you guys, you know, like a little misunderstanding thing there. It's no big deal, man. Everybody here is cool. Everyone's cool here. No one means no harm to anybody, you know. What are we talking about egos again for? You all right there, Emoji King? Now I'll tell you what, Ox, you're all right. What's going on, Emoji? Because he just turned around and said everything was cool. You just keep going on. What's going on, man? Ox, it's cool. He just told you a minute ago. He said it's cool, you know, thin skin. Sometimes things happen, man. That's the thing. We can't say somebody else is getting triggered and then get triggered ourselves. You know what I mean? We can't get triggered because somebody else gets triggered. And it doesn't mean the person got triggered, but you can't think to yourself, okay, somebody got triggered, then you get triggered. It's not helping anything. Don't tell somebody to man up, man. That ain't cool. All right. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm trying to have a peaceful night, man, and everything was going peaceful, and then I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna go finish watching my movie. Much love to y'all. Peace be with you. Great day. And remember, we are the conscious evolution.